Hi there, everybody. Roxanne Steed here. Good to see you again. I just wanted to remind you that this coming Tuesday, I'm starting another 6-week session of Sketchbook Foundations in Watercolor. This is part 2, so it's just more of additional fun things added on to the series 1 that we just finished. So if you missed series 1, yes, you can still join part 2. If you are brand new to watercolor, I do have a what I call my up to speed class. So if you are brand new, you might want to take that, and that will get you caught up enough where you can jump right into series 2 and you'll be fine. So let me check my camera and just show you what we're going to be covering over the next 6 weeks. Lots of fun stuff. So, whoops, no, not that one. Let me toggle down to the USB camera. Here we go. So I know everything that's been on our mind has been Ukraine and the beautiful sunflowers there and in the middle of all this awful stuff that's going on. That is their national flower. So everybody that painters that I know have been painting them. So the first week is we're going to be talking about flowers and mainly the different shapes that you can use to simplify that. So believe it or not, we'll be talking about how you use a simple shape like a cup or a little dish or a bowl to help you understand the shape of a flower so that you can draw fairly complex things, not just, like the round daisy shape, but all these, take that same flower and turn it all these different directions. This particular lesson is going to help you understand those basic shapes. So then you can do any kind of flower, and then you can do, that flower in any view in all directions. So that first week I love, and I have another class later called Summer Flowers that is so much fun. Let's see, let's move all this stuff. The week after that, we'll be talking about texture and how to get texture, different ways to use texture, whether it's a board with rusty nails, rusted bolts, copper pots. We'll go over all different kinds of texture making ways and how to use it in the garden. Let's see if I can back up and get this whole picture in, just so there's texture and some more excitement in your painting. Texture is just such a beautiful and fun thing to do with watercolor. The week after that, we'll be talking about landscapes and in particular, ellipses. How to get that lighthouse or that silo on the barn, how to make them stand up and look like they're going in the right direction and they're not wonky. So ellipses in the landscape with buildings. It's a really fun lesson. And then you'll see all kinds of ways that you can use that. The week after that, we'll talk about buildings in a vast landscape. So this is another fun one. This is a house from Ireland. So there's lots of wonderful ways to use that lesson. The fifth week, we'll be talking about getting people into your landscape. I mean, look how complicated this is, but I can teach you how to break it down in really simple ways, and you can populate a whole street scene. So that is a really fun lesson because it's, we can go on unsplash.com for some wonderful reference photos and travel around the world essentially and find ways to break down and simplify these wonderful pictures and street scenes. And so you can be ready for your next travel excursion. And then the last week, we're going to be doing faces. And it's not a portrait class, but it is a way to break down the big shapes of the face so you can simplify that. It's a great starting point, these caricatures of these fun people. And this is, I had taken a doodle, I had cut this out of It was actually a scrap piece of watercolor paper. I had cut it out and it had all kinds of other stuff around it. But I cut it and then added it onto this page and made a little collage and a fun little whimsical, wonderful women. So anyway, and this is going to be kind of the intro for another class that I want to teach later this year of whimsical women, of all these faces and fun collages with multimedia. So anyway, it's a really exciting 6 weeks. I hope you'll consider joining me, and lots of fun stuff. And all these lessons they're really basic. I mean, each one of them is a fun project. You end up with a fun project that you can use, but the basics of it are techniques that you can use all throughout your painting life. And so I'll talk to you about how to do that. So I hope you'll join us for a lot of fun. It starts on Tuesday. So I'll get a sign up here so you can jump right in. All right, we'll see you soon. Bye.